All right, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Laprezo Wealth Academy. Welcome to Laprezo Wealth Academy. My name is Prince Ikilowe, and today our topic is going to be how to properly trade, breakout, and retest. Our topic is on volatility indices, how to trade, breakout, and retest on volatility indices. All right. We have strategies, breakout and retest, but it's one of the strategies I use and it's very profitable strategy. But the problem is how do the rules you need to take, the rules you need to obey before trading breakout and retest. And that's what we are going to talk about today. So before we go into the training, I want to, as usual, encourage you to keep on doing what you're doing because success in anything takes time. The reason why most people are not successful in trading or any other thing, in fact, in life, is lack of consistency. If you look at our trainings very well, if you look at our trainings, the people who are in the academy is far more than the number of persons I have in the training today. We have a lot of people who join the academy, but the problem with most people is that they are only excited for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, then they are no longer excited again because of they are not seeing, immediate results. All right, success in anything takes time. So I want to encourage you before I go into this chart and teach you how to trade professionally, how to, trade breakout and retest the right way. I want to give you a piece of advice that you need to understand that the business of trading or any other thing in life is consistency. It's consistency. You need to understand that it is your consistency that will differentiate you from those who fail and those who succeed in anything. Don't be someone that you're just interested for 1 month. All right, you saw people making money online through trading and you're interested, you want to join the Laprenzo Wealth Academy, you want to join the forex trading courses. Some of us, we have joined more than 2 or 3 training courses, academies, but our problem is that we are not consistent. You know why? Because majority of the time we have this what I call short-time mentality. Success in anything takes time. So you want to be there. You want to be there. You want to be consistent in the business. You want to be consistent in your skill. You can't become successful overnight. That's the secret. Ask any professional trader, anybody who has succeeded in the business, he or she will tell you that I've been there since 10 years ago. I've been there since 5 years ago. And most people don't know that that's how it works. So if they join the academy, they don't make profit the next month, they just give up. They just give up. They just give up completely. They don't attend classes anymore. They don't play straight anymore. Maybe perhaps they placed a trade and they lost more money. They now conclude that, oh, trading is a gamble or trading is not for me. Trading is not for you because you actually stopped trading. But if you are consistent, if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this thing for the next 5 years, I'm going to do this thing for the next 10 years, there's no how. I guarantee you that. Even if you are the worst trader today, even if you are the dumbest person today on earth, if you keep on doing it over and over, success comes to those who don't give up quickly. All right? I have seen people who become successful in businesses. Some of them, their first 5 years, nothing to write home about. The first 5 years, nothing to write home about. But the reason why they did not give up because they saw something big. They saw a vision for their lives. So you want to see trading like you have seen a vision. You have seen something that in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, you have seen a business model that can allow you to live a soft life. And of course, trading can allow you to live a soft life, a very soft life. For instance, for me, thank God, I can live in any part of the world. Why? Because of this skill I learned several years ago. If I have not learned this skill, I will still be depending on the government. I will still be depending on. I used to be a photographer. I tell this story every day. I used to be a photographer. From photography, I was elected. Through photography, I was elected as a councillor in my state, Bayelsa State. Until I was introduced to photography, I was introduced to forex trading after my tenure. Imagine if I did not develop this skill. Imagine if I have not decided to press on with this business. What would have happened? Maybe I would beg it, because politics is not all the time you get a government appointment. It's not all the time you get a government appointment. Sometimes to be out of politics and you can't maintain your lifestyle that you have been maintaining because of what? Government office is a temporary place. All right. So you don't want to depend on a job. You don't want to depend on government alone. Be consistent. That's my message for you today. Be consistent. Don't believe that today you are going to become billionaire. No, you are going to become billionaire for sure. But you need to understand that everything is all about consistency. Consistency and focus combined together, and your learning habit. You're consistent in your learning. You're consistent in trading. I guarantee you there is no day I don't learn about trading. Up to now, up to tomorrow, up to next year. There is no day I don't learn one or two things about trading. There is no day, at least the worst case scenario, 30 minutes, most time 1 hour. Anyhow, I'm busy. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. All right. If I'm busy all the day, maybe before I sleep, I'll look at my phone. Okay, what can I learn about trading today? All right. That's what I mean by consistency. You can't become a professional trader if you don't have the spirit of consistency. And that's what most people are. Most people are excited, right? 1 week, 1 month, but after that, the excitement dies. And they go out and they do something else. You won't succeed in anything. You won't succeed, not just in trading, but you won't succeed. If that's how you operate in whatever you do, you won't succeed. But successful people are people who are consistent. They are focused. They are consistent in their goals. They are focused. They are taking action every single day, no matter what. They are not concerned about the result. If there is no result, it's fine to them. If they have no result, they are still in the game. That's the secret. You cannot become consistent for years and you tell us that and you fail. No way, you can't fail. You only fail. Failures are learning process. All right. When you fail, you're learning. But if you stay long enough, I guarantee you are going to succeed in this business. If there is one person, I tell yourself this all the time. If there's one person who has succeeded, all right, ask yourself this question: is there anybody whom I have seen on the internet who have succeeded, who is making money from trading? Ask this question. If you have seen, if you have heard, then promise yourself then you are going to be number two. The difference between you and that person is that today you are celebrating those people, you are seeing them, you're happy. Most of them started years ago. But you only see them when they are displaying their result after years of consistency and persistence. So you want to be consistent, you want to be persistent. You can't grow, you can't become successful in anything without this law of persistence and consistency. So be consistent in this business. You're going to succeed no matter what, you succeed. Right? So at this junction, let me go to the chat. All right, tomorrow we have another topic. Tomorrow is going to be about personal development. We are going to be doing 3 times weekly training. Today is volatility index training. Tomorrow is going to be about personal development. And then on Friday, we'll do, no, on Wednesday rather, not tomorrow, on Wednesday. So let's go down to the chart. Let me show you how to draw trend line, how to trade breakout and retest. Are we there? If you're there, type, I'm ready. Are you ready today? Are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, type, I am ready. Let's do it now. So I'm going to remove all these things. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. I'm going to remove all these things. So we are going to draw how to trade breakout and retest. How to trade breakout and retest is what this training is all about. How to trade breakout and retest. So all right, so this is my plain chart. You can see that there is no indicator, there is nothing. Now the first rule is to go to a higher time frame. All right. So when you look at the higher time frame is any market you are trading, look at the market from the highest time frame to see the overall. This is V 51S, to see the overall trend of the market. All right. You're going to the chart to see what is happening in the trend. This is 1 week time frame. If you are trading a market that does not have much history, that's when you can now go to daily. Now we have seen with daily time frame, there is no, this is the end of the chart. There is no history again. This is everything about the chart. So we have seen that the market has been on a downtrend, right? According to the weekly, the market has been on a downtrend, and now the market is about to take out this high. All right, it got to this point, it came down to this zone. Now it's about to take out this high. It's about to take out this high. So there are two things you have to consider in your trading. But one is support and resistance level. Number two is trend line. You have to work with these two things, support and resistance and trend line. They are very, very, let me use very, very, very important in your trading. If you don't know how to draw support and resistance, please watch my videos on how to draw support and resistance. So first of all, I'm going to identify this level again as a key resistance level. All right, as a key resistance level based on the higher time frame perspective. So let's go to the chart now. Let's go to the daily time frame. Now, this is when I will now see that this market is now on an uptrend. How do I now go into the daily time frame? Because this was a downtrend before now, all right? Before now, it was a downtrend, but the market broke out and retest. Look at it, broke out and retested on this particular trend line that has invalidated this downtrend. When it break out and retest, yeah, that's when you know that the market has now become officially an uptrend. So let us get this out. We know that this is no longer a downtrend. It's now an officially uptrend. Now, how do you now draw your trend line? You connect, all right? You connect the first touch to the second touch. See, this is the first touch. This is the second touch here. This is obviously an uptrend. It hasn't ended there. You also come here. All right. This side is also very, very important. This is another, because the market creates channel most of the time. The market creates channel. So what does that mean? You are going to be working with these two trend lines. All right. You are going to be working with these two trend lines. Now let's find a way to how do you not trade this market? As the market is here, when the market gets to this trend line, that's when you look for buy opportunity. The market comes to this line, right? Is when you look out for sell opportunity, because most of the time, even if the market is an uptrend, when it gets to this channel, like here, this channel also is also a resistance level. All right. So we are going to be working with the channels. We are also going to be identifying our key levels. This is also a level here. This is also a level. You can see how price broke out of this resistance level and retested. So now we are going to be looking out for buy and sell opportunities. So let's go out to look for 4 hours time frame. All right. Now these are our 4 hours time frame. So we are not trading right now. We are not trading right now, except price is either on this level or price is on this level, here or here. All right. Because if you trade here, it's not easy to know when to buy and sell, because the market only reacts massively on key levels. You are only interested when market gets to these key levels. These levels here. This is a key level, this is a key level, and then you now put it in conjunction with your support and resistance. All right. So how do you now trade this breakout and retest? When market breaks out this trend line and retest, that means the market, for instance, let me show what I mean by breakout. Let me see if I can draw something here. Now, if you are trading and the market do this, all right, and then break out of here. When market break out of here, it means that when it breaks out and retests here, that shows that's a very, very clear confirmation that the market will likely come to the downside. All right. But when the market is breaking out or retest, rule number 1, let the breakout and retest be not lower than the time frame to check this breakout and retest to happen. It should be not lower than 15 minutes time frame. Rule number 1. It should not be not lower. So if a breakout and retest happen in a 4 hours time frame, the higher the time frame, the valid the trade opportunity is. So if the market break out and retest like this, that is a sign that the market, at least from lower a higher time frame, from 15 minutes and above, if it break us from 15 minutes and above and retest here, if it retest here like this, all right, and then it goes down, this is a valid entry for a sell. All right. But rule number 2, the breakout and retest that will happen here should not be, the breakout should be above. All right. It should be at least above or below a support and resistance level. For instance, if a breakout and retest happen, if a breakout and retest happen on this line, let me show you. Let me remove all these things, right? If your breakout and retest, for instance, this is a key level, right? If you are trading this market and the market break out and retest, the market break out of this trend line, all right? This is a 4 hours time frame. Market do this. Oh. All right. Let's say the market trade like this. All right. It trade like this, and then it get to this place and then retest here. This is not a valid breakout and retest. Rule number 1, the market should break out and retest with a time frame not lower than 15 minutes time frame. Rule number 2, the market should break out and retest above. All right. It should be above. If the market break out and retest here, it means that the market is still a buy, because it's still respecting this risk zone, this particular zone, this particular resistance zone. That is what it means. I'm going to show you another example. The market until the market breaks out and retests above, all right? The market breaks out from here, all right? Maybe come back here and retest here. That is when you can say, okay, this market has broken out and retest. You now have, there are strategies for entry. Maybe next time I have videos, so many videos on strategy for entry. Once market breakout and retest, you draw a still another trend line, but I don't think this training can contain all that. We're going to have another training for that. I don't know if you guys are following. Are we following? Rule number 1, let your breakout and retest be on not lower than 15 minutes time frame. If you are getting what I'm saying, please can you type 111? Are you getting what I'm saying? All right, this is 4 hours time frame. You're only interested when price get to these key levels, Here, you are not doing anything. And this is 4 hours time frame. So even if you are using 50, let me go to 15 minutes, 1 hour time frame. You can see that the market is just ranging between, there is no movement really happening. So you have to be patient enough. Have to be patient. If this market does not give you that result you want to trade, go and trade another market. There are many of them. Look for another one that will give you that breakout or retest. So until you see this market, all right, until you see this market breaking out. If this market break out from here, and retest, what does this mean? Is it a continuation of the buy or it's a breakout and retest for a sell? Who can help me in this training? A market behave like this. Is it a continuation of the buy or the market is now a sell? Who can help us? Who can help us? Let me see. Is it a sell or a buy? If market behave a buy, good. That is a buy. All right. So for you to see breakout and retest, meaning that the market is going to change a direction. If market behave like this, it is not a proper breakout and retest. That means this market is still on a buy. If this market breaks out of this trend line and retest here, this is still a sell, a buy. The market is still the continuation. But the proper breakout and retest that we are looking for breakout and retest, meaning a buy market is not breaking out and is now ready to sell. That means it has to break out of this, our trend line. All right. For instance, the market will be buying, maybe selling, breakout. All right. But if the breakout and retest is still in line, it's a breakout and retest happening here. This trend line here, this is, if you look at your left, you see that this is a zone. If the breakout and retest is not below here, if it is here, all right, and then you see a retest happening here, that's when you can say, okay, this market has now broken out and it has now retested a particular zone. That's when you look for a sell opportunity in the market. So for now, the way it is now, there is no, I'm not going to do anything for this market. I'm watching this market with the 4 hours time frame. I'm expecting this market, if the market break out and retest, it breaks out of this trend line and retest, that's a buy signal. But if it does not retest yet, if it does this, all right, if it comes here, if you do this and then I'm waiting for the market to do this, that will break out from here, from this trend line. So anytime you're drawing your trend line, even if you are using, it doesn't matter if you're a scalper, if you're a day trader, maybe you are using 15 minutes time frame to do this thing, always know that the market must break out and retest with a time frame not lower than 15-minute time frame. It's more valid. You're going to have, because most time, all those small time frame will give you a lot of noise. it will give you noise. Make us see the market is buying, meanwhile the market is selling, because you are looking at for 15 minutes time frame to draw your trend line. But when you see a trend line like the 4 hours time frame now, you are waiting for the market to break out and retest with a higher time frame. And when you are, the rule number 2 is that it should not, the breakout and retest should be above. It should not, if the breakout and retest happen here, you know, sometimes we are in a hurry, we are seeing a breakout and retest just happen with 5 minute candlestick, we want to rush. Like now, if this market sell like this, all right, with 15 minutes breakout and retest here, like this, it is not a sell signal yet. It is not, that could be a fake out. It may just fake you out like this, all right, before you know, this way. Because why? Because of this resistance level. That's why it is very, very important that as you are drawing your trend line, you should also map up this skill level. So let's see another example as I'm talking about this. Let's see another example. Let us see V10-1S. Okay, this is another example. How to trade breakout and retest. Okay, now this is V10. You can see that the market actually respected this trend line. Let me remove all these things. Let me remove all these things. Remove all these things. Show you how this market works. Okay, so first of all, this is weekly time frame. I'm looking at the weekly time frame. According to the weekly time frame, this is a zone, right? The market just respected our zone. Just respected our key level. This is our key level. See, just respect our key level, right? Market has been an uptrend. I mean, downtrend. It came to retest this level. It's a downtrend. Now, let's go to daily time frame, because weekly time frame will not allow us to enter the market on time. So let's go to daily time frame. So this is our daily time frame. We are going to draw our key level. All right. So this is our key level. Okay. See, market respecting the level. Another one you're going to draw is this. Okay. You see how market has respected that level. You see how market has respected that level. See how the market has respected. You must work with these two lines. Don't just work with this down line. These two lines are very important, because here is where we look for sell opportunity. So let me go for so this is the 4 hours time frame now. The market, you can see the market have been doing higher high and higher lows. Now, how will you not trade this market? How will you not trade market? Another simple way you can make money from this selling market is when price get to this level, right? You look for sell opportunity. But now, let us say we are just purely breakout and retest traders. We are doing breakout and retest only. Now, how do we now know that the market is going to be a sell? All right? For you to continue a sell, it means that if price gets to this level, all right? If it's going to be a buy, if price gets to this level, we are going to draw our candle trend line. And if you break out and return that candle trend line, for instance, like this, what I mean is this. If this market is going to be a sell, if there's going to be a continuation of our buy, is going to be like this. We are going to draw this trend line like this. It has to break out of this trend line and retest with not lower than 15 minutes time frame. But like I said before, a breakout and retest must not be on the support and resistance level. What I mean is this. Let me remove this one not to confuse you. Now, let's say you are looking for breakout and retest with this market. What that means is that this market is all right. It's going to do this. If it does this, that means it is a valid breakout and retest. But ensure, all right, but ensure that it is above. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this support and resistance level. Look at this one. Look at one here. Oh, this is inside the trend, but this look at one here. Ensure that is above. I mean, it has to break out. Look at these levels here. It has to break out of this support and resistance level. If it does not break out of this support and resistance level, it means that it's a fake breakout. The market may be giving us a fake breakout because this is still the same direction. Look at the zone here. That's why you must work with these key levels. Like here is the key level. Let me show you another one here. It is a level 2. These are levels you must remember to obey. If this market, because if you use lower time frame, all right, let me clean it. Let me clean it. If you use lower time frame to see this market, it will show you as if it is breaking out and retest here. But if you work without breaking and retest, it's not going to work. Why? Because of this level. Because of this level here. Sometimes the market will just come and respect this level and then blast to the upside. So for you to see a clear breakout and retest, it has to break out, it has to do this, clear this, all these levels. All right? Clear this level, then you see a market still come back. All right? Before you can now say, okay, I'm going to take it to the downside. Because most of the time, this market is very volatile. If it breaks out of here, if you are watching the 15 minutes time frame, it will look as if it has broken out of the trend line from the market. Let me see 15 minute time frame. Let's say watch this market with 15 minutes time frame. Let's okay. Now with 15 minutes time frame, the price just break out. All right. Just let's say the market just break out of here. It is coming right now. It's coming right now. It is coming right now. It do this. No. Let's say the market just come like this. All right. You think that the market has broken out and retested, but look at it. Look at the support. Look at the support. Look at the support and resistance levels here. It has not broken this one. Before you know it, maybe you place your buy here, you place your sell here. The next thing you do as if you want to come down. It's okay. I'm in profit before you know to the upside because it's still respecting this key level. So your breakout and retest should be below or above a key support and resistance level for is like for a buy. This for a buy market. This for a sell, but for a buy, it should be above. But for a sell, it should make. That's why you have to learn to draw these levels. Let me go back to my 1 hour. Let me get to 1 hour time frame. All right. Until it breaks out of these key levels, you cannot say this market has broken out and retested. That's what I'm trying to explain. Except you are just scalping to take. If you are scalping, you have to be very careful. But if you really want to take this market, say you want to make this market make profit, and you want to drive this market to this level, right? Maybe this level, this on that key level. It has to take all these lows. It has to take all these lows. Is what I'm trying to say here. It has to take this low. All right. It has to take this low before you can say, okay, this market is now in day. It has to break out. All right, like this. That's how this market works. I mean, if you get what I'm saying, are you get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, please type yes, yes, yes. Are you understanding? How to trade breakout and retest. Number one, rule number one, don't allow the breakout and retest to be just 5 minutes and 1 minute time frame. If you are using 5 minutes and 1 minute time frame to determine the breakout and retest, you are going to enter the market too early, and that enter the market too early will just take you out. The market will not, maybe it has not changed, but make sure that you are seeing your breakout and retest on a higher time frame. And from 1 hour, from 15 minutes and above, and your breakout and retest should be below or above. Like here, this is a key level, right? This is a key level. It has to break out from this key level. That's why you can say, okay, this market is indeed a breakout and retest. If you break out and then retest here, can I say, okay, we are now going to be on an official downtrend, right? We are not going to be an official downtrend. For now, this market is an uptrend. So if you have any question, please, based on what I've just shown you so far, you can ask your question. How to trade breakout and retest. Number one, rule number one, make sure it's breaking out from more than 1 minute. You are seeing your breakout and retest from 15 minutes and above time frame. Rule number two, it should be, the breakout and retest should be below or above support and resistance level. If you break out and resistance, the market breaks out of these levels, all right? If it breaks out from just here, if you just break out from here, if it breaks out just like this, it is not a valid breakout. Why? Because there is a support level here. You can see you can clearly the support level here. It has to break out, all right, from this support level, all right? From this support level before, you can say, okay, come and retest here, then like this. That's when you see people buy market, see breakout, they see a little breakout or retest. Before you know it, market take you out. You thought it's a downtrend. You are holding your market. Before you know, market just comes to test this zone and then take it out to this level, then crashing down. How many of you have experienced that before? As you are trading breakouts and retest, you are trading, the market just behave as sieve. All right, behave as sieve. Let's say you are using your 15 minutes time frame to watch the breakout and retest, and you just see 15 minutes time frame breakout and retest, market retested here, and then market behave as if it is coming down. You think you are holding the market. All of a sudden, you see a turn. You are still holding. Thought maybe it just, before you know it, it take you out. Maybe your stop loss is here. All right? Take it out, then market will not crash. That time, it will not crash and keep going down. How many of you have experienced that? If you have experienced that type 222, how many of you have experienced that? That is because you are not relying, you are not looking at this, your support and resistance levels. All right? Because you're not looking at this support and resistance level. You're only seeing market breaking out of your trend line. You don't look at your, always look at your left, the history. That's why you must work with support and resistance with your trend line. You have to work with them. If you don't work with them, you are going to see market coming to break out, and then you just support and resistance level, then go to the upside for a proper retest. This one is going to make a proper retest. Then crash. You will not be crying, oh my God, I thought this market is in my direction. It's a buy before, it's a sell before, now it has taken me out of my market, it has taken me out, now it's not going my direction because of this rule that you are not applying. So guys, this is something, all right, okay, good. Quite a number of you have experienced this. So always work with your support and resistance in your trading. Work with support and resistance and see breakout and retest from only, I repeat, let your breakout and retest happen you can see clearly your breakout and retest happening in 15, at least not lower than 15 minutes time frame. If it happens in 1 hour, better. But it's happening, just remember what I'm drawing here. This is that I'm drawing here. If it happens, check yourself. Draw your support and resistance. Is it like this? Is it? Imagine if I did not draw this support and resistance now, the market break out, all right? And then I thought the market has broke out of here, it retested, and I'm selling. All of a sudden, I was in profit before I know it. I sold here, all right? I was in profit before I know it. Market just touched this place and then fear take you out, lost your profit, and came back to retest, proper retest, and then before now going back. So that's the reason, because you are not looking at the supporter, you are aligned, you are trading when the market just went to test the resistance level, the support level. So guys, if you have any question, please go ahead and ask your question based on what we've taught so far. If there any question, how many of you understood what I've said? If you understood everything I've just said so far, anytime, yes, yes, yes. If you understood, if you got the knowledge, if you got this, if you got the idea, go and practice what I've just said, see how it was, practice with demo, and see if what I'm saying is going to work for you. How many of you got the message so far? You understood what I just explained to you? Just go and practice it and see. You will see that the market will work in your direction. Not all the trades will work for you, but majority of the time, if you apply this skill I've just taught you, 15 minutes, breakout and retest must happen not lower than 15 minutes time frame, and it must break out of a key support and resistance level. It must not be. Okay, somebody said I have a question. Okay, Jacob, you have a question? Okay, all right, you can ask your question. Let me unmute you. Okay, Jacob, you can unmute yourself. You can ask your question now.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Jacob.
Okay, my question is that, you draw the trend line and the key level. Most
Okay,
time
go
when
ahead.
market, most time when market break out of the trend line, you didn't notice the key level, and immediately market broke out of the trend line. Most time the market will pull back to the trend line and give a sort of candlestick confirmation, and it sold little bit. So what you are trying to say that anytime we are drawing our trend line, when we will draw the channel, draw the inner trend line, which is the counter trend line, we must align our key level so that the market must break out of that our support or resistance level before after breaking out of that support or resistance level. When it pull back to the trend line, that is where we can anticipate in the market, not when the market just break out of the trend line, retest the trend line before what buying or selling. So we must wait for the market to break out of the key level and pull back to the trend line before we can anticipate in our buying or selling. You know what you are saying?
Exactly. Exactly. It has to
So
be.
another thing that means if the market break out of the trend line first, when it has not break out of the key level, it means that the market is not valid yet until it break out of that key level and pull back to the trend line. That is when we can participate in the market.
Exactly.
Okay, sir.
Exactly.
Okay, sir.
Exactly. If you are buying, for instance, I'm using 4 hours time frame, right? And always look at the market with a higher time frame. All those 15 minutes, 5 minutes, they are too noisy. It will confuse you. When you use a higher time frame, what are higher time frames? Higher time frames are daily time frame, weekly time frame, 4 hours, and 1 hour. Then 30 minutes time frame is intermediate time frame. Then the 1 minute and 5 minutes is just for entry. You are using 1 minute and 5 minutes just for entry. All right. But for you to see the direction, you must go this are the time frame you'll be looking at. Me, I love 4 hours like this. I'll use the 4 hours to see. I like to be watching my market with 4 hours. So when the market break out, just because the market break out of this trend line, does not mean it is valid yet. Until if you look at this, then look, this is a key level now. This is a key level. It could just be that the market is just faking you. The drawing is not. This is a key level. it means that the market was just faking you out, all right, to come to test this key level. All right. So if you are just drawing this trend line, you see the market just break out, retest, and then you sell. As you are selling, before you know it, the market just gets here. You are thinking you are in a downtrend. You are now seeing the market has now going to the down. You are holding the market. Before you know, the market starts behaving like this. Take it out, then retest properly. Before you know, the market now comes down. Do this. You now say, oh my
Okay,
God.
sir. Okay, sir. Sorry, sir, for other questions, please, sir. These are an opportunity to ask a question. Another thing again that when you align all these markets in a higher time frame, which is draw your trend line in higher time frame and your support and resistance. Now, if the market break out of this trend line, break out of the key level, and pull back to the trend line, when you go to your 5 minutes time frame, does it mean that you still look for a candlestick confirmation, or you just enter when you see a red candle and start selling the market? Does it mean that you still look for other confirmation like candlestick confirmation or rejection candle before you can take the trade? Or immediately, once it has give you what you are looking for, that moment, and it pull back to that area in 5 minutes, you just enter, put your SL above that area and write it down? Or can we still wait for other confirmation like candlestick and other or pattern in that area again?
Yes, the best to enter the market, is 5 minutes or 1 minute. Now, once the market, let me remove all these ones here. All right. Let's say the markets do this, all right? Do this, clear this of our support and resistance level, all right? Then the market now behave like this, come to your trend line properly now, all right? Now you are going to still draw a counter trend line. This one is for an entry. This one can be 1 minute or 5 minutes. Now, if the market now break out of this and retest, you know that if it breaks out of this, instead of it to go out, it doesn't go up. It didn't go up. It didn't go up again. All right. It didn't take this high again. If it breaks out of this counter trend and retest, it knows, okay, this market is ready to go to the downside. So that's when you participate. So that time you can be watching with 5 minutes or 1 minute for the entry. So as the market is coming here, this is also an uptrend, but it has to behave like this to come to the upside. Because as it's coming to the upside now, you should also draw this entry. This trend line is for entry. So ensure that you can draw this 1 minute or 5 minutes. If the market breaks out of this, all right, and then still return, because the market does not just go to a straight line. Once it breaks out and then returns, it doesn't go up. That's when you now say, okay, this market is due for sell. You cannot sell, put a stop loss above. That sell will now be healthy. You cannot take a profit all the way down here.
Okay, sorry, sir. After we have gotten that movement, so we can ride the market in the last support area, or we can be doing our break even in any of the key level. Not like what you draw here now. You draw like 1, 2, 3, 4 key level at that area. And after the trend line has broken and you are started selling the market down, does it mean that we will take our profit target at the first key level or to the last where the trend line started from?
Take profit is up to you. Some people are so excited when they see profit. For instance, right? They can see profit. They start trading here. Market just move direct in their favor. They just close it. All right. So that's why you need to get all these key level marks so that you decide on where you want to take a profit. But I tell people always take profit. At least anytime you're trading should be one. If you are risking one, it should always be at least 1 into 4 or 5. So if you are risking 1%, and then you're earning up to 5% all the time. Always take, so that in case you lose, not all the time trade will go your way. But don't rush and close. Learn to hold the market. Not just when market is just giving you profit. If you get to this level, you place your trade and market just giving you profit. The next thing, you close your trade. That's not how you trade. You have to learn to hold yourself to take profit, maximize the earnings. So take profit is all depend on you. It depends on how you can control your emotions. I don't
Okay,
know if
sir.
you're
Thank you,
clear
sir.
on this.
Yes, sir. I'm clear. Yes, sir.
Yes, learn to hold markets. Learn to hold a profitable trade.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So I have a
Thank you, sir.
question. You're welcome. Mr. Peace, my PC. Okay, let me allow you to. All right, my PC, you can allow, your name is not there, but you can unmute yourself. Please go ahead and ask a question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. My question is on it's called order block. So what I've seen, like I normally do my own study sometimes on some profitable forex traders. So before they put their entries on the 5 minutes or 1 minute time frame, they normally look for a position that market has missed somewhere like an order block. So is it better we should do that strategy when you want to enter profitable entries, or we should just wait for it to, break and retest for that 1 hour to 4 hours time frame? Because sometimes when I wait for it to break and retest, when I see the market is like selling, then that's when I'll put my position. I'll enter in the 5 minutes time frame. Then when I enter, the market will still come out, go higher than what I like where I place my trade. So how do I enter best in that 1 minute to 5 minutes time frame?
Okay, like I explained now, for you to have a good entry, even if, let's say the market still break out of this your levels, all right? The market breaks out and then it still come back, because most times to come back, if you come back today, this is a trend. This coming back is a trend. I usually enter. When you come back, I want to draw another trend line again. This time now, I'm not waiting for, I can use 1 minute or 5 minutes. So I will not wait for market to do this. All right. If the market breaks out of this my counter trend line, come back again to retest. It did not clear this high. This is the highest high. If you do not clear this high, now give me a candlestick, maybe red, a golfing candlestick, red 1 minute or 5 minutes. This is where 1 minute is better for an early entry. When market comes down here and it do not take this high again, do not take this high again. That's when I know that the market will likely respect this trend line. Respect this trend line, and you cannot enter a buy, then push the market down the way here. All
Okay,
the way,
but
all the way here.
does it work for every market, including currency pairs, or is only indices?
Especially for indices. Because indices, they can, it works for forex too, but especially for indices. Indices are very, very volatile. They can just, market will just be buying, selling. Before you know it, will give you a very strong pullback. So if you are going to be relying on just this breakout and retest here, without looking out for this key level that I have marked so far, because these are still part of the market, right? Like this now, this is the key support and resistance level near the one very close to the trend line, not down, not all these ones here. All right, like this one too is at least it's down, but this one very close to this trend line. This one here, this one very close to this trend line. Once it takes this one, this low, that is, it takes it out, then go out to come back and retest. That's when you now say, okay, this market may likely buy, sell again. Most of the time, it was better for it, but you can try this on forex too. They all look the same.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Please, one more question, please. Don't be angry, sir. So, like the when you draw the trend line, we have the first touch, we have the second touch, then we have the third touch now. If, for example, we are identifying our key line, where the trend line have touched, which is the first touch, that is the key level. The second touch is the key level. The third touch is the key level. Are we just going to mark our key level that way, or we just mark where the market have respected multiple times?
Okay. What we are going to do, what you are meaning, like now this key level, right?
Yes, yes,
This touch number 1.
yes,
This touch number 2. In this
yes.
market,
No,
if you want to,
no, that last touch is touch number 3. Because for what you have drawn now, we have the first touch, we have the second touch. So that maybe that last touch, that last one that you draw last now, which is that three circle now. If the market tap that area, if for example, because trend line, maybe we are looking for opportunity to buy. For example, in this market, we have the first touch, the second touch. Now, if the market pull back to this trend line, can we anticipate in this buying, or we just wait for the market to break the trend line, the key level, and start looking for opportunity to sell the market? Or at the market now, the market is at above the trend line now. If the market should come back to that trend line, can we switch to lower time frame and look for a candlestick formation, or we can draw counter trend line from that area when the market is trending to the trend line? Then after you broken the counter trend line, that is when we can look for opportunity to buy.
a good question. Now, if the market gets, that's why as you are monitoring this market, you need to have buyers mindset and sellers mindset. You cannot just have, this is a buyer, this is a buy market. We don't even have
Yes.
sellers mindset now, but it's a buy market, right? So first of all, we have to work with this trend line. You must have a trend line like this. Now, once you are working with this trend line, you have to work in out at least. This is for you to enter the market for a pullback, because this is an uptrend, all right? We are not thinking about sell yet because the market is still a buy market for now until it breaks out of this trend line, like what I said before we think about selling. So as this market is coming down to touch this trend line, this your trend line will help you. This is a trend that is coming. You need to work with this trend line again. What it means that until you will not just sell. If you sell here, sometimes it will just take you out first before going to the upside. So to avoid that fake breakout, you need to allow this trend line to be validated. Let the market break out of this counter trend line. All right. Let it break out of this counter trend line before. Let me use the 4 hours time frame. Let it break out. Let it break out. It's better, but let it break out. Watch out with 15 minutes time frame. Let it break out of here. Let it break out. Retest before you can participate in the buy. Because if you don't buy here, because price touch here with lower time frame, sometimes the market may just come pierce down here, and your stop loss is there. Your stop loss is just below here. So it will take you out before going to the upside. To avoid that fake breakout, you need to work with this trend line. Let it break out of here, all right? Retest. Then you can now think about buying. But when you're watching for that retest, make sure that it is not retesting. It is retesting all this one here, this trend line here, this one. This is a confirmation trend line. This one is for confirmation. To avoid fake breakout, you must use this confirmation trend line. All right?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I mean? This trend line is for confirmation, it's for entry. You are drawing this trend line for entry purposes. Because if you draw your trend line, you are just relying on this particular trend line here. All right? If you are relying on only this particular trend line, market touch here, you buy, you may enter stop loss. It may take you out first. It may even get to this point here before going. So don't rely on this only. Work with this trend line. Once you break out and retest on this trend line, that's when you can say, okay, this may be a buy. At that time, maybe we see the market testing the trend line. You may be see respecting all these small trend line, all these small touches here, right? At that breakout and retest that will happen. Once you break out and retest, sometimes only look at your left. See, is there a level it's respecting? Is there a level it's respecting? So sometimes the breakout, it may break out, all right, and then come back to retest this place here, which is also working with this particular touch here. That's when you can be patient, not be in a hurry in this market. If you are in a hurry in this market, you will lose all the time. Be patient. Always watch out for, okay, the breakout and retest Is it happening? Is it on the key level? If it's happening on the key level, it's a better trade for you. If it breaks out and retest on this key level, always look at their left and map out all these, even minor trend line, map them out, because markets, respect all these minor trend line too, for a continuation. So most time the market will come down here, all right, break out, then come back to retest this key level, or even here, this one here, even here, this down here. They are all the same, still on this trend line. If you retest here, it's a better one. Retest here, also, it's a better one. So that's how it works. So look for another day, go and practice it, and then see what it looks like, right? I'll see you again on Wednesday for another trade. Watch this video. I'm going to put this video on YouTube, so watch the video over and over so you understand what I'm explaining so far. Are we together?
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. So guys, we've come to the end of this training. I already have, my time is very close to my interview. Please go to GSTV, the channel, I'll drop it on the group. Join us on the live interview on GSTV for the interview. I'm going to be on GSTV. I'm going to be about forex trading. So listen to the interview. You can draw this market. This is the V. So this VT1S. You can draw your trend line exactly the way I've drawn. Then watch out for this market. Watch out for this market for either a buy, right? Just seeing what I've drawn so far. This is a 4 hours time frame. Draw exactly what I've drawn so far. Look out for a buy signal or a sell signal that will break out of all these our key levels. All right, if you break out of that key level, this one close to the trend line. Let it break out of this one close to the trend line. You come back to retest here, that means it's a sell signal. But if you did not, if you just get to this level here, this trend line, you break out and retest on these key levels, it's a buy signal. So I'll see you again on Wednesday for another topic. All right, guys, so bye for now.